for these individuals to press what are losing grievances for some kind of audience. Now, that was part of this controversial but ultimately futile bid in Michigan, where two local Republicans initially tried to stop certifying Trump's loss in that state, and the effort quickly fizzled. So what did Team Trump get out of it? A delay of less than a day. And what did it cost? Well, above and beyond the obvious questions that face our system when politicians don't respect election results, it also costs politically the Republican Party headlines like this. They are facing, of course, two key states in Georgia. Mother Jones dubbing this strategy, quote, a plan to throw out black people's votes. Here's Milwaukee's mayor today.
Everybody knows that. Everybody knows this is an attack on cities, on minorities, on places that historically have voted Democratic. Don't let anybody fool you that this is about irregularities. This is flat out an attack on democracy in cities and places where people of color live.
There you have it. Let's take it right to our experts. We are joined by Neal Katyal, former acting Solicitor General for President Obama, having dealt with many legitimate or what we call meritorious claims before the courts, and Jason Johnson, professor at Morgan State U. Welcome to both of you. We're going to get to Neal's legal expertise, which is very useful at a time like this. But I go to you first, Jason, because the politics of this are what the mayor and others are calling out. Don't be fooled by legal language or the pursuit of a legal stage when there's something else afoot. I'm curious your view tonight.
Well, yeah, you can lose yourself in all the minutia and all the different things that they were trying to do, Republicans were trying to do in Wayne County yesterday. But the core of it, as other people on the committee pointed out, is just racism. That's it. They just wanted to say that black people in Detroit's votes don't count. And that's what the Republicans are doing politically. There's two different lenses that we can look at this. Obviously, anybody who cares about functional democracy, anybody who cares about how the law is supposed to operate says this is bad, this is ridiculous, it's a waste of time. But for Trump and for Trumpists and for the people who are still afraid of the impact of Trumpism on the sort of Republican electorate, they want to look like they're fighting even if it's a losing battle. So it seems to be an effective method for them. It's still they can grift people and ask for money, but ultimately it damages democracy, and it's not going to impress anyone 2 years down the road when they have to run for office again.
Neal?
Yeah, I agree with that. So over the last 2 weeks, Trump has single-handedly made the case for the John Lewis Voting Rights Act better than anyone, better than even Jason, better than the NAACP, better than MALDEF, better than the Dems in Congress. He has launched really a modern-day Jim Crow, and his party is enabling it. So that's one thing on race. Then the other thing on representation, what's going on in Michigan, Wisconsin, Arizona, Georgia, across the country is so fundamentally un-American, Ari. There's nothing that's more precious in our democracy than the right to vote. You know, go back to no taxation without representation and the like. And Trump is effectively pulling a King George here. He wants to tax the good people of Milwaukee and Detroit, but not give them votes. And somewhere, you know, Vladimir Putin and the ghost of Mao Zedong are cheering him on.